is just fantastic. Captain's log, subdate 210730.1. They, the Suliban, received my gift. They were not impressed. They are now moving to intercept, which will make my weekend quite interesting. I might dub it the Suliban Cull. I might do a bit of fascist hunting too. Oh, this weekend's gonna be good. Welcome everyone to This Week at Twitter, or TWAT. Today we're gonna start with Tyler Preston 20. Hi. Not criticising you though, actually this just leads on to our random block of the week. Retweeting Javiera Gracia. As a person that often got called dude for playing with Yu-Gi-Oh cards, I would say once. His response is, I'm a dude, you're a dude, we're all dudes. Good burger. It's not a gendered term, which is correct, dude. But what I found fascinating is, I couldn't see the retweet, because as it turns out, Javiera Gracia has me blocked. I don't even know who you are, but thank you for blocking me, dude. It really does shore up your echo chamber and make sure I cannot say anything remotely hateful to you. Like for example, I like toast. It's cereal first and then milk. Oh, and of course the most heinous of things I could say, unicorns are not real. Screw you, Scotland. As you can tell, I'm feeling really feisty today. So to our next subject, we go to the trending in United Kingdom, muscle mark. I saw this today, so Friday the 30th of July 2021. I was a bit confused, I will admit, so I clicked and did a little digging from Dan, or Disney. The email my sister got from a landscaping company job she applied for versus the one she sent back. Now I'm going to insert now. This is a beautiful mic drop. So from the company she applied for a job in. Good evening, Charlotte. Thank you for your interest in the position and contacting me. The position is still open. However, unless you are a bodybuilder, I fear that you will not be able to handle the workload, as it is a very physical and demanding, as we are a hard landscaping company. That sentence made all the sense in the world. If you feel you are up for it, then feel free to contact me on the number below. Kind regards, Mark. Well, Mark, Charlotte has a response for you and I like it. Hi, Muscle Mark. Thank you for your quick reply. Funnily enough, I probably have just as much experience bodybuilding as you do, which I'm guessing is none. What I do have is years of experience landscaping, and also building retaining walls in 40-degree heat, as I did this for many years while I lived in Australia. I have looked into your company before sending this email and assure you that it would be no more challenging than the work I have completed before, as it was to a much higher standard than the work I've seen your company produce. However, what I do find challenging is working with small-minded individuals such as yourself, that I could probably bench press 5 minutes after being woken up from a 3-year coma. Therefore, I am no longer interested in this position. I am sure you will have no problem finding the correct individual at your next visit to the bodybuilding convention. Kind regards, Charlotte, aka not the bodybuilder. Can somebody please get this woman a job? In fact, if you need a job, our garden needs doing. It's pretty big, it needs landscaping. Just put a comment down below. So next we have some audience participation for you all. For this we need Claudius. I don't even know what stresses me out more. The fact that 26% somehow got 13, or the fact that the correct answer isn't even an option. He has used this to repost or post a picture of a Twitter poll. 2 + 2 = 4. The 4 options are 16, 15, 14 and 13, with 59% saying it's 16. Now I believe Claudius believes the answer is 10. So I'm going to ask you all in the comments down below to tell me what the correct answer is if we add the 5th option of 10. I personally think the answer is 224 and the other symbols are gibberish, because I'm a genius, everyone. Next, we go to Alice Perry blue check mark. Going to keep wearing my mask on public transport, even when it's just me on the tube. To accompany this, there is a picture of Alice Perry wearing her mask while on the tube, in an empty carriage. Many of the responses to this pointed out it was nothing more than glorified virtue signaling, others solidarity, others pointing out that face masks or comfort blankets do very little to actually stop the spread of COVID particles, and if anything just reduce the moisture produced by your nose and mouth. My favourite response though was someone asking, "Who are you protecting?" To which another replied, "The image of herself, hence the need to post it here. Nothing more than a clout, attention grab. It's why I post pictures of Waffle. It's for clout. People think I'm a dog lover. I'm really a monster." Here's a picture of Waffle. I to this day still love the fact that if I shout "Oi, fat prick," he runs to me. To move on from that, we're going to a serious subject, and for this we go to a comedy YouTuber called Drunkle, or Drunken Uncle, because he's actually posted something very serious, and I actually want to raise awareness of it. Men's rights has always been seen as a joke, which is true. Even after 6 years on YouTube, nothing has really changed. I don't know if that's a damning statement of effectiveness, or if it's a damning statement of the willingness of others to get involved in raising awareness. But tonight I met a guy who was told he wasn't allowed to see his daughter anymore, and he chose to let the kid have a normal life rather than give her a life of two people fighting over who gets to have her. In those situations, you really do have to feel for the parent, because if they're not even being allowed to, then that speaks volumes about the state of the society we live in. The UK has a court system that should create avenues for visitation, but then one also respects the need to give that person, their child, a good life without the constant war, which is what it becomes when, even if amicable, you can't help but make snide, sly digs at each other. And weirdly enough, this story isn't the most uncommon, and I say this because anecdotal evidence time. There is someone in my life that I know that is using and weaponizing her children to alienate from her ex, because she's a bad person, and she still doesn't quite grasp the term coercive and manipulative, which is, by extension, domestic violence. People like that, who bleed a stone dry, use their children as a weapon against their ex instead of seeking to either bridge a gap and work together, or simply agree to disagree and move on, merely add to a statistic of people who cannot get the right kind of help or support, because such support is apparently an alien concept to this day. To our penultimate subject, because we need something a bit more light-hearted, we're going to go to fashion. We'll go with Hello Leash and these stilettos, boots, whatever you want to call them. I mean, they look uncomfortable. If the gap between your toes isn't deep enough, that's going to hurt. Jeans with holes on the knees and some plastic over the knees. I don't know why, but alright. But the best one, which could be argued to be a mere degree separation from the Emperor's new suit, would be these trousers modelled by this gentleman. Somebody is very proud of their legs. Very proud of their legs. Can't hate the player. If you've got it, you may as well flaunt it. I'm sure someone else has noticed the choice of underwear. By all means, poke fun if you like. I don't think that face gives a damn. So to our final subject, I noticed this courtesy of Ranting Monkey, where he has replied, what? The retweeting question comes from Liang Kersner. You may have heard of her. If you haven't, your loss? Sure. Could you imagine if Empire Strikes Back came out today? F you George Lucas, you killed Han Solo for woke stuff about feelings. Or say, Wrath of Khan. F you Star Trek for killing Spock for woke stuff about friendship. Perspective. In truth, I still don't quite understand the point of the tweet. There's additional context I feel that's missing. Most people pounced on this to point out that Han Solo didn't die in Empire Strikes Back, and I then have to correct people by pointing out, when it came out, no one knew if he was alive or dead. All they knew was that he got put into some carbonite. So people were a little on the fence when it first came out whether he was alive or dead, but the arguments of, in the context of what people are doing, I still don't quite get the tweet, or the point. And I scrolled through the thread. I still couldn't quite work out what was the point. So perhaps someone in my audience, hi, hello, hope you're well, could tell me what this means. If it's a reaction to how films could be received today, had they been made today and not back when they were first made, I'm intrigued to understand that. So please do let me know in the comments down below. As a final thing, because we're done, I'm hosting a political recap stream on the Moist Ski Live channel. If I don't see you there tonight, 9:30 PM GMT, have a fantastic Friday. and subsequent weekend. And thank you all very much for listening.